Welcome to the House of Scares Part 3. The background this time was wet on wet. Part 1 was also wet on wet, while Part 2 was wet on dry. I've decided I like this method best, for this project anyway. So I'll go with wet on wet for parts 4, 5, and 6 as well. I'll also stick with the transparent brown oxide and sap green combo because look at it, it's so pretty. And if I say wet on wet one more time, it's going to sound like I have a problem.
Del carnaval, 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 es tropical.
For the walls, I'm using brownish black from Boku Undo. I actually couldn't remember which colors I used in part 1, but this color seems to work fine. And except for a brief appearance by a real value flat, the brushes were multiple sizes from Princeton's Neptune line. Since getting the 4-brush set a while back, I've gotten several more because I really like these Neptunes. You'll see me switching from brush to brush throughout because finding just the right size was a massive challenge for me that day. By the way, once this piece was done, all of those brushes got a less than thorough cleansing. Dirty Irene strikes again? No. I just wanted to give my new Master's Brush Cleaner a worthy trial since I haven't used that product before. So here they lie until next bath time.
Exotica. Enter the world of Exotica.
I'm not a big fan of the mad scientist / Dr. Frankenstein subgenre, but I figured it would be fun to include a laboratory with a big switch for zapping test subjects. Fun for the tester, that is, not the testee. I was going for a cement look with the flooring, but really, I don't know what's best for mad scientist labs. Is it difficult to get blood off of concrete? In any case, there's a handy bottle of Blood Be Gone in the powder room just down the hall.
Exotica. 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 I want a universe made on TV. In all the girls naked in bikini. Exotica. 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 Enter the world of
The rich and earthy aromas of Transylvanian soil comes from behind a heavy iron-hinged door. Do you dare to explore further? Of course you do, because the too stupid to live character trope only exists in B-grade horror stories, right? And we're a mere grade C at best. Still, even TSTL people deserve a chance, so you have two options. A, open the door, or B, move along. If you choose option A, you open the door and step into a dirt-floored room dimly illuminated by candlelight. As you admire the ornate casket resting on a stone platform, you feel a sharp pain in your neck, followed by a woozy sensation before collapsing on the floor. Your story ends here. Too bad. You got the sucky ending. Or choose option B. You take those creepy feels coming from behind the door seriously and move along. You live to see another day. For now. It's been quite a while, but I recall those choose-your-own-adventure books having randomly abrupt consequences for perfectly reasonable choices. Maybe it was simply driving home the unfairness of life lesson, which, these days, strikes me as overkill.
Now listen to the melody. Maybe it come from me, Sally. And I can sing like Farinelli. I think it's plain to see. Some people say that the greatest is the Italian melodies. O sole mio, guarda, io una caprese carrozzone. Do you believe in Napoli? Lui prima Celentano, king of rock italiano. Do you believe in Italy? The strange Italian song. The strange Italian song. Are you strange too? The word is strange. Are you strange too? The word is strange. Now listen to the melody. Maybe it come from Italy.
Down the hall is the wine cellar. Although the wine in those bottles looks a lot like blood if you ask me. And with labels such as prime of his life and aged and haughty, well, that's some next level wine snobbery. The residents down here in the basement aren't big on housekeeping since there's dirty stemware littering this room. And if what we do in the shadows taught us anything, it's that the undead detest doing dishes. By the way, don't look too closely at the uneven wall. You don't know what ghastly secrets lie behind the brickwork. Might be rats, might be skeletal remains, might be a previous resident's collection of amateur landscape paintings. Ugh. Oh, what the heck. I don't feel bad about spoiling a story. It's 160 years old, after all. In Edgar Allan Poe's The Cask of Amontillado, a man traps his friend in a niche with chains and a wall of freshly troweled bricks and mortar, which sounds like an inordinately harsh choose-your-own-adventure ending, but I'm sure Montresor had his reasons. There's more to this level, of course, and we'll get to it later this month. Speaking of future videos, I'll also share a few arting items I've recently acquired. Hopefully I can fit that in between the Halloweeny stuff. It's just some paint, some paper, some brushes. After all, you cannot live on pumpkins and potions alone, no matter how many boxes of Little Debbie's Pumpkin Delights you've stocked up on. I'm happy to share this edition of Inkworks Haunted Homemaking. Yeah, that's not a thing, except in my dreams, which is also where I can imagine I'm Christine McConnell, churning out gingerbread Winchester houses and hand-carved wood furniture. Of course, knowing how my dreamscapes work, the program would meet a nasty end by either giant spiders or voracious velociraptors. Until next time, try a solution of baking powder and dish detergent on your laboratory floor. And stay artsy, my friends.